Welcome everyone to an arena video. I'm Andrea Mengucci, and this video is sponsored to you by Wizards of the Coast and channelfireball.com. Vasquez stream. Alright, Ramon Vasquez stream, guys. Let's see. Let's go ghost him. Let's go ghost Ramon Vasquez. Ramon Vasquez. That's a lie. Ramon Vasquez is not streaming. Opponent's lying to us. I don't accept lies. Actually, I do. Don't worry. Don't worry, Ramon. You're fine. You can't lie to us. Alright. Basically what Ramon does is like, hey guys, I'm streaming, and then you go there, he doesn't stream. And but maybe in the future we'll see him streaming, you know? Alright, this is a pretty bad hand. 3 to fairy. You should change deck every time you lose 2 straight games. Yeah, that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. Alright, do I have hope I'm gonna draw a 3-drop multicolor? Do I have hope of that? I don't have hope. And if I draw, I'll just complain about the bad luck. Who is that Ramon? Oh, it's Ramon Vasquez. You don't know? He streams. See? I knew it. A liar, it seems. Yeah, I agree. Our part is Druid. Oh, you know him, Colossal Idiot? Does he stream? Alright. Do you know Hero of Dominaria? Teferi, Hero of Dominaria? Doesn't stream. Opponent binned a Crazes earlier. That's very strange. That means that they have like 20,000 Crazes. Alright, can you give me a Tyrant Scorn, please? Tyrant Scorn? No? Land? Okay. I mean, I didn't need that many spells, so it's fine. At the end of the day, I have 3 to fairy. What else do I want? Ramon Vasquez is your dad? Nice. Nice. I think we need more Teferis. Yeah, the 4-mana Teferi has a bad matchups. Well, I love Grixis, but tiene. Yeah. Is Andrea's cousin Ramon Vasquez? No. Andrea's cousin are not Spanish. Or, I guess, Hispanic. Do not come from the great country of Spain. The great Spanish Empire that conquered the whole world in the 1500. Can confirm I am Ramon Stream. Oh wait, you are also Ramon Stream? You invented Ramon Stream? Wow, so many people. Alright, that's exactly what I needed. Another land. That's all good. It's all good here. Our friends. Alright, deck. Can you give me a... Honestly, I don't even know. I just want to land, I guess. Just land. Land would be best draw. Oh, Basilica Bellhound. Alright. Not conceding. It's okay. Je suis Ramon. Je suis Ramon. Yeah, that's not a land. I really wanted to draw... Oh, Assassin's Trophy? That's much better than what I expected. Yeah, more lands. Alright, let's hope to draw Kaya's Wrath from the sideboard. Maybe we can draw Karn and get Kaya's Wrath from our sideboard. We're on 4 life. A land. And I think our head can explode. Our head can indeed explode. Bye-bye, Sarkin. Alright, so we're playing against Sultai. I'm gonna go Kaya's Wrath, Spark, Dread Horde. That's it. I'll board our hero. Basilica. Though this video, I think it's fine. Maybe 1. Yeah, I think this is a perfect sideboarding. Half of the word. The other half was Portuguese. I mean, there was a time where the Spanish Empire was extended in Europe, as well as in North America, as well as in South America. Then they were kicked from North America by the English, I believe. And they went to the South America and the Central America, and they conquered there. And then the Portuguese came and said, you know what, let's split a little bit of this of this big country, and they said, yeah, it's fine. You can get all the Amazonian forest, and we get the rest. I said, all right, that's fine. That's a fair trade, and that's how half of the world speaks Spanish, and the other half speaks Portuguese, basically, and the other half speaks English. There was a deal with France as well in the North America, right? Because also France was in the mix. They were like, we also want something over here. Yeah, all right, you get the North, you get the North. You're gonna, you're not gonna send democracy to the old world, but you'll have free healthcare and you'll have meters and centigrades and stuff like that. But you will not give democracy to the whole world. And France was like, all right, I'm fine taking Canada, thank you. In the meanwhile, Italy didn't even manage in conquering nothing, because while everyone was having fun conquering, Italy was just, we just have the Pope, that's fine. And this is the history of the medieval, guys. No, actually, the medieval was finished. Just Renaissance or whatever was it. Alright, Thought Erasure. What do we got? Intern Arbor. Alright, opponent also kept a shaky hand. Not shaky, how do you say? Sketchy hand. I guess I'm gonna just take Jada Ranger. This is just the card that makes all this hand work. Narset is not playable next turn, and I think I just want to hit planes, so I'm gonna bin it. History stream, yeah. I make learning fun, indeed, indeed. Italy didn't exist. I know it didn't exist, but still, I could have done something, even if it was just like Granducato di Toscana or like the Empire Sardo Piemontese. Alright, so what do they have? They drew another top land. That's fine with me. I guess I'm just gonna take a brass guy here. It's not a blue and black land. That's annoying. I'm gonna just bin it. I'm looking for white land. Sure, the black land could let us cast Liliana at some point. Yeah, with not much success, I agree. She was playable, but I was looking for white source. The problem with Narset is that it doesn't look for white source. And now that I found it, I can't feel very smart, Now I can't feel like, big brain over here. Because I scratch to the bottom all the cards. I keep on drawing Tyrant's Scorn. Too busy to fight against the Pope. Yeah, that's exactly. The Pope was like, alright, we don't need to expand our, we just need to attack the Turkish. Or alright, I played a good old 3-mana 1/1 flyer. I've saw better creatures in my history of play. Do I want to just fairy bounce this guy? I mean, I could make them a favor if they draw land, but I also just want to draw land to play Liliana next turn, so I think I'm doing that. Phoenician 90 is bringing a good point. He's saying that we were busy making the best art that the world can remember instead of killing other countries and other people. That's a very good point, Phoenician 90. I didn't think about that way. At this point, I'm pretty proud. At this point, I became proud. Alright, let's just go Liliana plus here. If they go Assassin's Sword from Liliana, can command the Dreader back. Italy did its fair share of killing. Yeah, I mean, everyone did its fair share of killing back then. But Italy didn't kill that many people. They didn't even manage to win a battle in the Second World War. There was a Second World War. Italy went to Greece, and they didn't manage to win that. They had to take the help from the Germans, which were busy winning, they were busy facing the whole world on themselves. Italy didn't even help them there. All right, Italy won only in Albania. Yes, maybe. Yes, that's true. Okay, so I'm taking 13 damage here. 13 damage is fine. That could have a Dovin's veto. Interesting. Alright, explode. Italian occupation in Greece was so much fun. Greeks remember it as a nice period. Was there an occupation? It was like a war, a battle or whatever, and Italy just got dismantled, and then the Germans came and like, you know, that's what it was. All right, do we want to Elder I think one is fine. We have D-Spark to deal with expensive cards, and we do have one Dovin's Veto to deal with Commander Dread. Maybe I need more Dovin's Vetoes. Maybe I cut one Tyrant's Core, and I'll put Dovin's Veto in. At the end of the day, Dovin's Veto, it's pretty good against decks that don't play Teferi. Italian occupation of Greece was quite good time for Greeks. Was it? Wholesome Italy, yes. All country did at least once. It's part of the human being, yes. What are you talking about your country? What am I talking about? I thought you hated Bellhound. Oh, it's been last week. Now, I'm in love with Bellhound. Yeah, this chat talk about politics, talk about history, talks about food, and a little bit of magic. And a little bit of magic. So if you're here, your main interest is the other things. Yeah, Bellhound is officially our best friend right now. Used to be an enemy. Alright, let's discard, I don't know, Planeswalkers. Yeah, Tamio looks pretty good to discard. And that's a land, so I'm gonna keep it on top. Despite I can't cast literally anything, so I should have definitely graveyarded it. That was a mistake. You're only here for the audio. I don't watch the gameplay. You're right, Colossal Idiot. I would do the same if I was watching. I would do the same indeed. So, yeah, they have nothing going on. They just boarded in cast down. They figured, like, yeah, this guy has a lot of creatures. Let's bring in a cast down. And we do have a lot of creatures, but this Bellhound indeed qualifies. Alright, I'm gonna go Teferi plus and pass. They could go Elder Spell, it's fine. They can attack it, it's fine. This is a podcast. This is basically a podcast, yeah. Basically a podcast. Yeah, Albania after World War II became a true... Yeah. I don't know the story of Albania, sorry. I know that in 1990, a lot of immigrants came in Italy from Albania. That's all I know. Okay, so I'm gonna go Tyrant's Scorn on the Paradise Druid. And then I'm gonna pick up the Teferi. And then I just wanna play a tap land. A podcast since your work. A pretty entertaining chat. Yeah, chat is very entertaining. My chat is very smart. A history podcast, no one cares about the plays. Yeah, I would say that's true. Alright, I would love to drop lanes in the meanwhile. Speaking of plays. No, I draw another Teferi. That's fine. I'm gonna play another Teferi and hoping to hit that land. Hoping to hit that land. I don't. That's gonna be okay. We're gonna hit that land later. Our opponent meanwhile is busy doing nothing. Okay, they cast a Jade Light Ranger. If I draw a land here, I think I'm gonna go for Tyrant's Scorn Todd Erasure. Because they have Elder Spell, I don't want to give them two targets. Yeah, Ramon Valdez is streaming right now currently, so they can't be educated. No, that's a joke. I don't think they're streaming. Ramon Valdez does not stream. It's a lie. It's all a lie. Alright, I'm gonna make this cool play of Teferi plus, and then in draw step, untap two lands, and then in draw step go for Thought Erasure or Elder Spell. I don't care if they attack my small Teferi. All I care is that I don't kill my big Teferi, or at least both Teferis. One that got Eternal? Okay, our opponent was like, oh yeah, I definitely need all this spot removal spell against this deck full of creatures. Hello, Impithrix. Impithrix. Okay, at this point I just don't want to play any creature. Unless I go Tyrant's Scorn. I don't know, what do I want to do here? Because if I play Basilica Bellhound and they go for... yeah, maybe actually that's not bad. I'm gonna do this play. So if I go Basilica Bellhound... Alright, I'm gonna make this play, guys. I'm gonna go Basilica Bellhound. Pass the turn. Our opponent will discard a land, whatever. And then I'm gonna Tyrant score the Basilica Bellhound in response to the Enter the God Eternals. Because I have nothing to do. If I had anything else to do, I would have done it. But since I have nothing to do, I'm just gonna do this play. Bonjour, bonjour. Alright, Ancestral Knowledge. What is it? I know they want Fizzle. I know. I still get his back in my hand. They could respond with a cast down, but that's fine with me. I know, but I have nothing to do, so I'm still fine with this trade. What happened, Ancestral Knowledge? I don't want to open Reddit. Alright, Ramon used the chat sideboard guide. Okay, I'll play one of the 3 Kaya's Wrath I drew this game. Guy goes 8-0 and 5-2 in MCQ and doesn't qualify. Yeah, you know, plenty of people do X2 in GPs and don't make top 8. This is a new system, guys. This is a new system. Ah, they drew negates. Okay. I know that you would love everything to be perfect. But unfortunately, new systems sometimes don't work. I don't know if they're going to invite him. They're probably going to invite him. They have 16 invite. They have 16 slot. So they're probably going to invite him. But don't just be like, oh, Wizard sucks. You know, they didn't know what was going on when they did the thing. Okay, let's go Kaya's Wrath. And then let's go Basilica Bellhound. It's not gonna be pretty, but I drew all of 3 of them. Oh, did this card cast down? What do they have? They had a Jailer Ranger, maybe? Wasn't it better to use core? I have another Teferi. Also, I didn't envision my opponent drawing the gate there. They could have drawn it, of course, but I just thought that my Kaya's Wrath would have resolved for sure. Alright, same thing here. They have just a land in their hands. I'm gonna go Kaya. I'm gonna go Oath of Kaya. Kill this guy. Maybe I should have gone for Bellhound. I don't know. Now I can start attacking. Now I have nothing left. I thought I would have win this game for sure, but turns out that my opponent drew a bunch of negates and made it a little bit annoying. Alright, I drew another Oath of Kaya. That is fine. So I guess this 3-4 beatdown is gonna get it in. I might even not Oath of Kaya the Jade Light here. I'm just gonna keep Oath of Kaya in case my opponent draws like a Tami and minuses it. Like a 3-2 does not do anything. I should have just done it last turn as well. Should have just played Basilica Bellhound last turn as well. Like 2 turns ago. It wouldn't have changed anything, but I think it would have still been the best play. And this is still 3 damage going face if our opponent chump blocked. Oath of Kaya can go face as well. Alright, both of us are drawing lands, which means that I'm probably gonna win. Wouldn't even have enough spot removals for us after all. Yeah, they didn't. They didn't have enough spot removals, I agree. Okay, the draw crazes. That's a good draw. And we draw Command the Draw Word. That's also a good draw. Alright. So if I go to Oath of Kaya, I can reanimate something bigger. Bigger and better. Do they have a Vraska? They don't have a Vraska. So how do I deal with that Crazes? I don't have any ways to deal with that Crazes. I'm just gonna go for Oath of Kaya. Actually 29 it's a lot. 5. Yeah, I think 29 it's a lot. It's gonna be okay. So let's play this Commanded Dreadhorde. Actually it might not be a lot. I don't know. Let's just play Oath of Kaya face. I don't know. I just wanna go Oath of Kaya face. And then I'll go Commanded Dreadhorde. I have 32 life. I'm gonna count in Italian now. 4, 6, 7, 10, 13, 14, 17, 20, 23, 27, 32. So let's now reanimate some of these. Maybe this as well. Alright, whatever. I just did random things. Hopefully I don't kill myself. Alright, I'm on 6 life. Just get 1 bounce and win? Oh wait, did I win? Oh, really? Oh, I didn't count it. Oh, sorry. Sorry, chat. I just wanted to show you the power of... I just wanted to show you the power of Commanded Red Horde. Alright, guys? That's what I wanted to show you. I just wanted to show you, still had all these. I wanted to show you, you know what? You can get 1 more life, you're gonna lose. So strong. You see? This was strong. This was strong, guys. And we're also gonna re-roll this quest since I won 750 coins. Oh no, no 750 coins for us. You know, how do you feel about Narset Reversal? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. That card's very situational. Yeah, I'm so strong. I'm so strong, guys. Check out these muscles. I've never ever practiced anything. These muscles are just nothing. They don't even have muscles. These are muscles, but they aren't really. Genuine Italian pizza muscles. Will you have a new Cyber Guide article on Channel Fireball from me? No. Sorry. Alright, playing as red. It's been a while. Let's kick things off with a Tyrant Scorn. Because all I want to do is casting things in the main phase. All I want to do is casting things in the main phase. And now I'm going to do I want to play Oath of Kaya? Let's see what we draw. Ooh, Narset. That's very bad. I'm going for Oath of Kaya here. Hopefully I don't have Chandra now to punish me. Or even Frenzy. Main phase, best phase, I agree. If they have light up, it's fine. Preserving my life total. Do I want to cast Narset? I guess I do. If I put in attacks Narset, it's pretty good. If I put in bolts Narset, it's also good. The next turn I can go to Fair plus Dovi's Veto. But this turn, I'm gonna just take it off. From going for my Impulse. So we find 2 good cards. There's 2 cards in their hand. This is the combo. I think I'm gonna go for Thought Erasure because they're Miss land drop, so they have a good card in end. Okay. It's 1 more turn of us to survive. Hero Precinct 1, that's very nice. I'm gonna go Hero Precinct 1 Thought Erasure this turn. We get a 1/1 token for free, it's very good. What do you got, opponent? Frenzy and Chandra. I think I'm gonna take out Chandra. Do I have any... Yeah, no, I'm gonna take out Frenzy. The problem with Frenzy is that they play... I guess it's very... Both are similar. Whatever, I'm just gonna take Frenzy. Chandra is just weaker. And that's a spell. I'm gonna leave it on top. Alright, they play another 1-mana 1/2. Very sad. And that's a problem that Autumn Bruchet was talking on Twitter about Mono Red. It just plays 4 drops and then just 20 lands and a bunch of weak cards. Like, these cards are very weak. Like, you would never put Keto Lover Runner or Fanatic Firebrand in any deck if it wasn't for, like, you know, Frenzy and Chandra existing. It was better not to Variant Vetoes. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of just wanted to make a token there. I could just make this play next turn, you know? I tried to have the information about what was going on. Also, I get my free value there. And there it is, the Basilica Bellhound. Do you remember your first game of Magic? No, I don't. You watch my videos on YouTube. Very entertaining. Thank you, Skushaw. And welcome to here, then. Alright, they're attacking my Teferi. I think I'm gonna let it go. Because if they have a burn spell, they're gonna still kill the Teferi, even if I just chump 1. Because 3, and then the other one becomes a 2/2. Alright, here it's a great draw. And now the game's locked up. And I also need to pee very much. Locking up the game. Miss the game. Yes, we did win. Duncan the Tall. We did win, Mr. Duncan. Alright, and their head is gonna explode, Mr. Klaus Rodden. I think that Mono Red should be a fine matchup. The other problem could come from Frenzy. I won in a great style. Yeah, I won in a great style. I could have just reanimated one thing and win, but I decided to reanimate 17,000 things and then win. So how's the sideboard here? I want Cry, I want Lyra's, and I want Binding. I don't want Narset. I don't want... maybe I even want the Dreadhorde. I don't want the Fairy. Actually, I cannot board out command the Dreadhorde. One card left. I don't want the Elder Spell. Everything else looks pretty good. Yeah. Let's go with this.
Would a green-white X deck with Little Vivian and Militia Bugler too cute?
I don't know. Maybe Bant exists. Militia Bugler, the problem with Militia Bugler is that it doesn't take like Oketra, which is like the strongest card in that deck. So I don't understand why you wouldn't want to play Oketra. Keep 7, very good end. Very good end. I'll put a Mulligans, as always. Not as always, as Mono Red always. And with 3 Water Grave, it's a lot of Water Graves, but hopefully we can curve out with our top lands here. Next turn I have Azotha Chapel, probably Tyrant's Square, I don't know, let's see what they play. If they play, like, Light Up the Stage now, that's okay. I'm not a fan of Light Up the Stage turn 2, because, oh, they didn't have lands, that's why they did that. Alright, I'm gonna just play a 2-2. I could just Tyrant's Scorn this so that they can cast these cards. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do that. I'm doing this now so that they can't go like we're just lining and then light up the stage. So I'll do his main phase. And then they pass, and then it's gonna be the win. And Mangu wins. Alright, I'm gonna cast Hero, I don't care if they shock it. I have my Craft the Carnarium, so I don't mind if they shock it. I mean, that's the reason why we put Hero in their deck. Just to get shocked. Yeah, I have a changed deck. Now I'm playing Esper because I didn't like Sultai. Or whatever we're playing. I didn't like blue-green. Alright, Thought Erasure, it's just one land. The Lyra will probably just finish them off. I'm gonna discard Tibalt here. Could have discarded Runaway Steamkin, but I have Craft the Carnarium. Also, Steamkin does literally nothing here. Just go for Lyra and just hoping they concede. I don't know. I really feel sorry for Red White. Yeah, I agree. I really feel sorry for Red White Queens. Not that Mono Blue is not anymore out there. I just don't find myself hating any deck, so I just have to hate on Red. I just need to find someone to hate. Okay, what am I doing here? If I cast Cry, I just lightning strike it, so it's not a regular play. I could go to Fairy, bounce the Runaway Steamkin. Yeah, I'm gonna do that actually. Now, if you consider Showcase your trophy to keep them safe from dusk. What's a Showcase? What is a Showcase exactly? Alright, now that my opponent, now that I have the Fairy down, I can easily cast Cry the Carnarium because they can't lightning strike me. Glass Box. Bakeka. Now that would be too that would be a lot of space. My house doesn't have that much space. I mean, no, my house it does, but like my room is not that much. So I just alternate it from the desk to the bed whenever I stream. I think it's fine. If it's gonna ruin, I'll be sad, but I don't think it's gonna happen, so it's all good. Especially like this game, it's all good. A big wooden case. No, it's okay. It's okay, guys. All right, you know what's also okay? That I have to go to the toilet. So. I ask now my chat to entertain. Usually at Matthew Folks, but Matthew Folks today is not here. You know who's gonna be the AMA of me going to the bathroom today? It's Colossal Idiot. Colossal Idiot, I summon you. Come here, entertain the chat, 1 minute, and I'll be back. Actually, 30 seconds even. All right. I wish the chat was entertained enough, and the podcast stream is back. So let's talk a little bit more about history and why Italians forgot history. No, whatever. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about... All in Italy, the weather is shit. Um, the weather is pretty bad. I agree. The weather right now it's not very good. I agree. Okay, this hand is interesting. There's a lot of cards that you wouldn't think would go together. Why do Italians have so many rival cities? Why can't they be like US, where we all get along, except Alabama? Hmm. I think I'll tell you this thing. I'll tell you this thing, Pendiluvian. I've met a lot of Americans and a lot of Italians, of course. You know what? Italians are envious. Italians are envious people, and Americans instead are more friendly. I found this a lot whenever I went to Americans. I found that whenever I had an interaction with the people that I don't know, like at the airport or on the street, they're always very friendly. Whereas in Italy, a little bit less. Also, it's just there's just more friendly groups. By friendly, do you mean hateful? No, no, no. I disagree. I think that my experience, yeah, my experience, Americans are more friendly people than Italians. I found that Italians have very envious. Like if someone wins, sometimes you don't not that happy. You're more like unhappy that did win instead of you. That's one problem that I found during my times, and that's to answer your question basically. Are you from Penoplanada? No, I'm not. I'm from Senigalia. There's no plains over here. Only beaches. I mean, Germans are not the friendliest guys around. Let's just say that. Our opponent wants to discard our hand, but too bad we have two grizzly bear over here. But if you, all right, we just managed to draw land to cast all our cards. So our opponent plan of just discarding our cheap cards in order to help with mana screwed. All right, so Marika over there is playing a blue black control strategy, which I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't know if it's going to be that successful if they don't find it. Crab the Carnarium. Ooh, Augur of Bolus. That's good. Is there a reason for 5 card trader does not play Nisa at 5? Because your curve it's already pretty expensive, and Nisa it's just aggressive creature, whereas you want to be more defensive. Alright, I'm attacking with all. I don't care if they kill one of the tokens. They go down to 5. Keep this card in my hand just in case. All Italians? 8 Italians? I don't know. I would say that. Alright, I'm attacking here. Despite they're on 5, they might be just interested in taking 2 down to 3. And now they have the thief to connect and maybe just win the game with that. Italians love Italy. I do love Italy. Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of things that I love and a lot of things that I hate. About my country, but more the things that I love for sure, or I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't stay here. I mean, if I had to find a job, that wasn't involving magic, I maybe have needed to leave. But luckily, my job works with America and with computer, so I can't stay here. You like Austria? Yeah, I was just thinking about like Austria and Switzerland. Like, I'm pretty sure that Austria and Switzerland think about Italy basically like the north of Italy thinks about the south of Italy, which is always like they kind of go there to take their job or something. Which, like, makes sense. Does that thing you hate start with S? Yeah, no, I mean, whatever. You know what I hate? I hate Mana Flood. I hate Mana Flood. Is that a thing? Yeah, I think I just drew only lands until the end of the game. But it's fine, my hand only had 2 lands, so it's fine. Austrian tourist in Lignano Beach. Yeah, there's a lot of tours. A lot of tours in these. So what I'm playing is a blue-black control. I don't even see any D-Spark connection. So I'm gonna do something like this. I'm gonna board out. Probably not even Tyrant's Core, and probably just. Actually, yeah, maybe Tyrant's Core. It's fine to board out. Maybe not binding. At the end of it, it's a 4 mana sorcery card. Greek, Slav, Italians, nice. Were you not still in that game? I was not, no. How do you feel about the EU? I feel that it's a very important tool for the for the Europe to compete with other countries around the world in both market and just overall power for politics. So it's very important. Do you consider yourself a hipster? No, I don't consider myself an hipster. I honestly just don't care about a lot of things. And like, for example, dress and stuff like that. I'm more like a dude that play cards only. So you're economically illiterate. Economically illiterate. It's a very hard word. I don't know what you mean, my friend. Economically illiterate. Illiterate? What does that mean? I kind of makes me like that's the same word in Italian, but it doesn't make sense. Illi illiterate? Analphabeta. I am economically analphabeta? He's trying to insult me? Why do you want to insult me? Why do you want to insult me, my friend? Can I time him out? No, 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 wait, Sayo-san. Let him make a point. Let him make a point. I'll tell you this, my friend. Maybe you're from a, I don't know, country where it's all good and good, but Italy gained a lot from EU, from the Europe, because Italy, for example, had like a currency that was worth shit. It was worth like a thousand, liras, 2,000 liras were 1 euro. So not only that, it's just overall just a lot of things that they gained with that. So I'm very happy of the European Union. Yeah, because Brexit seems crazy to Europeans too. I don't know because the thing is that the thing is that if they think that wow, I think my driver and happen to have that in my hand. If they think that England is like incredibly good, like as a great economy, and them staying in Europe only means that they have to give money to poor countries like Italy, like Greece, like I don't know. There's a lot of poor countries in the Europe, in the United Europe. So they were like, we're just staying here, but all we do is just giving free money to other countries. Then I wouldn't think it's that bad for them to go out. All right. We have nothing here. We just have to hope to draw something, I guess. But it will destroy their economy by leaving. I don't know. Do they? Probably. I don't know. But that's the problem with making people vote. That's the problem with making like the democracy vote, because the democracy is not very acknowledged about what's gonna happen in the future. You need actually economists, people to do that. So you can't let people vote about these big decisions. If I were to visit Italy the first time, where would you recommend? So there's a lot of good places. Usually, the three places you want to be in are Rome, Florence, and Venice. Those are the two like kind of magical place. You don't find those places in many other place. Then there's like the beach as well in Italy. So like for example, my town Senigallia, or if you go to I don't know the south of Italy, it's full of great just tourist place. You love the Venice so much, yeah. Our opponent played Ashiok, and I think they just don't care. They basically like it's like they didn't make a draw step this game, this turn. I mean, they're gonna mill me 20 cards, right? 20 cards, yeah. So I'll have 21 cards left at the end. It's gonna be okay. Ravenna, yeah. All right. So I draw Liliana Dreader General, and I do have mana for Dovin's Veto to counter that auto spell. So this should be a game changer. Remember, don't just counter bad cards. Keep your counter for good cards. Ashiok is unplayable in standard. So, if you play against it, don't counter it. Just be happy that they played it. What do you think is the best deck in the current meta? I don't have an answer. I like this Esper deck. Venice is flooded now. Is it? Nice. I've never been to a flooded Venice. I've been to Venice 3 times already. Already drew a counter. Yep, too bad. Greetings, Andrea. I'm really proud to have an Italian compete at max level on something, but let me ask you something important. Did you vote for Salvini? I don't think anyone under the age of 30 years voted for Salvini. And if they did, they're very ignorant people. I'm from Austria. Until a few days ago, we had a right-wing government. Yeah, I mean, that's just normal these days, unfortunately. I don't want to duress them. I kind of think that all they have is lands. So I'm gonna attack Ashiok here. Despite it does nothing, I think it's worth more than 2 life on their face. Who is Salvini? And what is his problem? It's a politic. It's a politic, homophobic and racist. And he has the 34% right now of the Italian people voting for him. Actually, the 34% of the 56% who had the right to vote. So not that many people if you think about it. But usually people that don't go to vote, I think, have the mindset of Salvini. So it's probably better if they don't vote. Alright, I'm gonna go duress here. I know... Actually, no, I'm not going for duress. I'm just gonna go for Narset. I don't think they have counter. Because we won that counter war with... Alright, they have the counter. Never mind. And now I feel stupid. But it also do have Liliana on 9. That should just win me the game next turn. Alright, I'll let her resolve. They get a token. Here is interesting because... Alright, explode. I had the Liliana emblem, but I'm not sure what I would have done here. I'm not sure what I would have done here. This deck doesn't have Thief of Sanity. No, I'm replacing Thief of Sanity with Narset. Alright. Do I want D-Spark? I didn't see that many. 4 more. And I do have Oath of Kaya. I even boarded out Elder Spell, so I don't have that many ways to deal with Liliana, in fact. But I think this is actually... I like a lot of this configuration, honestly, guys. Yeah. Here it gets a little worse. It does, but I just think that Thief of Sanity is not good right now. I just think that there's too many Mono Red and Teferi. This is a bad hand, but I'm always keeping these hands with this deck. This deck mana base is pretty bad, and I don't think you should be mulliganing to get better mana base, because that's just what you get, and just hope to draw the lands you miss. We think about all those students that are far from home and cannot vote due to circumstances. Yeah, I don't know why Italy is not that advanced where you can vote from other places. For example, again, I saw girlfriend of Javier Dominguez. She voted from home from Valencia, despite she wasn't her hometown wasn't Valencia. I don't know why that can't happen in Italy. I guess that would help a lot people to vote against Salvini, so that's why maybe they don't want to change the rule. Okay, we drew that land quite on time since all they did was casting Ashiok. Oh, Nightbell Predator. This could be annoying. I'm gonna take it. And Tyrant's Core. No, I don't like it. Alright, I keep on milling my deck. That's all good. As you can understand, milling it's not a winning strategy in Magic. Okay, they thought erasure me. I have a lot of good cards over here. There's Teferi, there's Dreadhorde, and there's Thought Erasure to discard Ugin the Ineffable. In Finland, you can vote even... Yes, if you're here, if you're in Switzerland, you can vote. But if you're in Milan, you cannot vote. Basically, you can only vote from outside of Italy. If you're inside Italy, you have to go to your hometown, which Italy is very large, and it might be very expensive, both in money and time. I won the counter roll because of Vito Bin... Oh, that's true, Samayor. Thank you very much. I completely forgot about that. Thank you very much, Samayor. I remember now the spot. Is that a method of suppressing voters? I think it's a method of suppressing, yeah, people who... Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. I don't know why, but they're happy with it, looks like. Okay, so what to do here? I think I kind of just want to make them discard a card. Because they'll discard... Because they'll discard Elder Spell. Because if I play Teferi, they're just Ugin and minus. So they'll discard Elder Spell here, and if they miss a land drop, I go Teferi, and then what do? I have a second Teferi, they don't know about it. Yeah, it is pretty stupid, I agree. I don't know. I guess they're too busy in doing in blocking harbors and doing other useless things to do these other kind of rules that are secondary if you think about it. I mean, it's not like, the biggest of the deals. It is a pretty big deal, yeah. Alright, so they have a Ugin on 5, so all I'm doing here is just Teferi tuck the Ugin past the turn. I don't want to attack, because that would give this spirit to them. If they attack, then I'll attack. Also, if they attack, just don't block, and then I kill my Teferi. Alright, they drew Narset. That's pretty good, because they'll find their Ugin back. In Italy, yesterday was 56%, so definitely not 70, 80. 56 is much less than 70 or 80. And I think that, alright, remember to not draw with the fairy if they have Narset in play. It's a very important thing. And I also think that it's better if you don't vote, if you have to vote and have no clue about it. I think that's the thing that people underestimate. They go like, oh yeah, you need to go to vote. No, you don't. No, you don't. If you have no clue of what you're doing, definitely don't go to vote. So I'm actually happier when people say that, I haven't followed literally anything of these elections. I don't want to go to vote. That's pretty smart. Go and vote blank. I mean, whatever. Like, yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Vote blank or don't vote. Okay, so here, I don't want to draw a card. I guess I have to plus it no matter what, so yeah. I'll attack Narset first. They'll chump. You should have a clue, you should vote. Yeah, I mean, everyone should do everything, but that doesn't happen. We all know that. We all know that it doesn't happen. Like, people watch football, people play Magic. They don't watch, I don't know, just things. Where honestly, just they say bullshit most of the time, so it's if they watch TV, it's just TV shows with them. It's probably even better that they don't watch. If you don't vote, you support Salvini. Is it? No, I mean, if you vote and vote Salvini, you support Salvini. If you don't vote, I'm not saying you shouldn't vote. I have voted and made all my friends vote, but I disagree on that. You should vote all the time and you have no clue of what's going on. I don't like that. Okay, we do have a lot of stuff. This time around, I'm gonna. The only bad part of having this Teferi is that they don't get to draw a card, and it kills me. It kills me. Alright. It's okay. So I'm gonna go Hero. I'm gonna go Teferi. I'm gonna bounce this token, which is pretty bad because they're gonna draw another card. I don't draw a card off my Teferi Time Raveler. Then I do attack Narset, which did so much in this game already. And then I will plus my big Teferi. And on top 2 lands, they do nothing with. So in Germany, it's better to vote even if you have no clue. I know, and it's not in Germany. It's fine, but in general, like people... I'm trying to read the chat. There's a lot of things. Which deck have you submitted for the next MPR round? I've submitted 4-color Dreadhorde. The deck is gonna go up either today or tomorrow. Ooh, Jace. I really want to mill my deck. I have 19 cards in my deck. Let's plus this. So they have Sinister Sabotage, but they can't cast it because they have Teferi. So what to do here? I have nothing in my graveyard. What's in their graveyard? Just Ashiok and Nightveil Predator, so I'm not gonna play this Commanded Dreadhorde here. So I could minus Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, to bounce like this token. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna make this play, guys. Is this card going to hand or third? I think it's going hand. So it's all good. So I'm going now to attack Ugin. Then I'm going to play Commanded Dread Horde. I'm on 21 life, but most importantly, the life total doesn't matter in this game. I'll reanimate 4, 10, 13, and 18. So I go to 3 life. They explode. Kill Jace Dreadhorde and win with no cards in the deck. That would be funny. That would be funny. Alright. Inescapable Blades. Esper Hero Muller is doing very well. It's doing very well. I really like this deck. Hello Andrea, I have some changes for Muller's list. Not yet. I haven't found any problem with it. I think the matchup against Red is very good. Matchup against other decks is grindy. And you have now Narset. I think I will play Golgari Land Destruction. My apologies and condolences. JFeb Soy. I incentivize you to find B plan for the day. Spellhound just for red. Seems bad. The Spellhound has overperformed a lot. It is a 3/4, which blocks Nissa's lands, Jedi Ranger, just a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. And it's been very good. Alright, playing against the Electromancer deck, which I have not played in a while. I'm gonna pass the turn here. I'm not necessarily want to just play hero. This hand is very bad against them, but I was just hoping they just got mana screwed. Why Muller? Muller is the yogurt. You know the yogurt Muller? It's where the deck comes from. It's basically this Esper player likes yogurt a lot, and they called him like the yogurt. Nexus ban? You don't need the Nexus ban. You just have the Fairy Time Raveler. Nexus is not a problem anymore, my friends. Okay, so what to do? I'm gonna keep on shocking myself. I'm on 15 life here. I'll play double hero, or I'll play Basilica Bellhound. I'll play double hero, I think. Nexus is already quite dead, yes. Do you think the deck is good? I don't know about best of one, maybe. Let's talk about Wallachia and Moldova. Let's talk about the defense and after the effects of the Crusades. Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. I don't know what's Wallachia, but the Crusades are definitely good, a cool topic. Alright, I'm going with the Fairy. I think I'm gonna... Nothing, because they spell Pierce it. Okay, spell Pierce, nice. Wallachia. I've never heard about it. Let me Google it. Wallachia. What is it? Romania, okay. Alright. What's Rampia for the week? 4-color Dreadhorde. Alright, what did I do? What did I do this turn? To just chart some curses? Alright. You wanna curse me? Do they also have another Spell Pierce? They do. Wow, they just defeated me very easily. Oh no, they don't. Alright. They can still go like Discovery and play Crackling Drake from the top of their deck. Shock. Bye-bye, Teferi. Teferi is not the most efficient way to kill things, especially things with ATB effect. You think it's a problem that you have two specific cards to counter Nexus or you can't win? No at all. Not at all. Mono Red beat Nexus very easily. Mono White beats Nexus very easily. I wonder what does not beat Nexus very easily. Esper Midrange beats Nexus very easily. I really wonder what is not beating Nexus very easily these days. What do you think about Phoenix? I think it's a good deck. It's not a deck that I'm interested in because I just prefer just mid-range decks rather than just decks that you can just fizzle or just, you know, just draw the bad side of your deck and lose. I just like to play mid-range deck usually. Alright, I'll just draw my card and probably lose. Oh no, Basilica Bellhound. Still very hard to deal with this Crackling Drake. Maracna's mid-range deck doesn't beat it at all. Then you should probably just cut black and play red. Or play another deck. Alright, Ra's Outburst. This is a good card. It's a 4 mana, deal 3 damage, and then Sleight of Hand. I think my opponent is going to win. I take 5, down to 14. I do have 2 Crown the Carnarium. Yeah, Seiyo-san. Thank you. Seiyo-san is just the best mod. Why don't Japanese just rule the world, Seiyo-san? Why? Why don't they? Or maybe they are doing it, but we don't know. Okay, I'm very close to die. And land. Alright, alright. I mean, at the end of the day, I cast 1 spell. From my 6 lands, I kept a 6-lander. 1 spell. I cast that spell. I mean, that's just basically, you know, what I was up for when I kept that hand. Maybe this Spark and Lens isn't good against Mono Red. No, it isn't. Wait, you're not Japanese? Seiyo-san, I thought you were Japanese. I've been living in Japan for 13 years. Wow. So basically, you've always been a... You always lied to me. Oh, no, I love someone to rule the world. For example, my testing team last year has been with Li Shitian, and he was the leader. We had no... I never lied to you. Thank you, Mr. Spinoza008, not 7, for your subscription. And now I'm going to continue saying that I loved that Li Shitian was just the leader of our teams. No one could have... He had the decision, and that was just the best. I think whenever you had an Enlightened Monarch, it's great. The problem is that the Enlightened Monarch end up to being just Monarch at the end. But at the beginning, it's great. At the beginning, if Seiyo-san would rule the world, it's fine. So you never lied to me. But all the chat over here, it's saying that they also thought you were from Japan. What do you do? What do you say to us now? After 12 years, you're Japanese. I think you said 13, but yeah, almost. Almost the same. I think Seiyo-san, at this point, you're just Japanese for us. Even if you aren't, you're just Japanese for us. Monarch is like Mayo, best if light. That's nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna take this Oath of Kaya. I already have Mataferi. I speak Japanese pretty well. I'm a university professor. Wow. You still didn't say where you're from. And if you want to keep it secret, I think I agree with you. I think it's cool if there's just a secret. We all imagine you as a Japanese with the... What's the white dress of the Japanese? Kimono. We imagine you with a kimono. Eating noodles with the chopsticks. I keep it a mystery for now. Thank you, Seiyo-san. Also, I keep on calling you that way. That's not really your name, but again, keeps on fueling the mystery. Okay, I have nothing to do, so I'm just gonna keep on playing this Nar sets. Not that Tifo Sanity would have been better. They would have just played Domer and make it fight. You have worn one before of the kimono. That's cool. And I'm eating noodles with chopsticks. Yes. So that's gonna be my mind with you. My picture of you. Seiyo-san is from the US. But where US, I would say it's hard to get. Yeah, that's very hard to guess. In the chat we feature Magic players and communists. There's everyone here. What does your nick mean? Alright, next time I'll take a bathroom break, which is not going to be today, tomorrow. I'm going to go Seiyo-san, ask me anything, okay? The AMA will be about Seiyo-san. Alright, not a more colossal idiot. Wow, I don't care about my Nar set. What if I find Kaya's Wrath opponent? What if I find a Kaya's Wrath? Alright. If I thought Erasure, that's pretty good. Instead I'm gonna go with so I could also take Liliana, which is not the worst. Because I could go Liliana an extra minus. No, I think I'm on 6 life. Yeah. I didn't see that I was on 6 life. I'm probably just dead here at this point. So I'm gonna go for the fairy. Bounce the. What do I want to bounce? Because the Alkide's hasty. I guess I'll bounce the Growth Chamber Guardian. Because I could discard the Alkite, but what if they have another Alkite? You know? See? I'm still dead because that Grew Spellbreaker. Alright, good game. Grew beats, guys. Grew beats. How should I side with this deck against Blue-Green Ramp? I would board in Binding, Duress, D-Spark, Commanded Dreadhorde, Kaya's Wrath. I would board out Basilica Bellhound, Tyrant Scorn, maybe Elder Spell. No, Elder Spell's good. I don't know. Something along that line. So I don't want Narset and Commanded Dreadhorde. I also don't want Hero of the Precinct one, as well as Elder Spell, as well as Lovin's Veto. I want Binding, I want Lyra's, I want Craft the Carnarium, I want these Sparks, and Kaya's Wrath. And that's almost done, guys. Almost done. Almost done. So we need to put in one more card. What it'll be? What it'll be? It will be one Narset. Oh, the turn after Nutella Banana MAA. Nutella Banana, what Nutella Banana does is asking question. Nutella Banana is question me anything. What is a deck that hard counters Jeskai Walkers? 4-color Dreadhorde is very good against Jeskai Walkers. How should I start? I said. Alright, play first. Wait. Beer 2113. Don't do like that or say your son can time you out. We have a very Japanese moderator in the chat. So, you know, watch out. Watch out with your capital letter. Also, it's too many words. I don't want to read it. He's actually right. All right, if it's right, it's cool. No. Sayo-san, don't time out. Wait. All right, we have Kaya's Wrath. Let's hope they just overextend into it, I guess. Or do they play turn 2? Growth Chamber Guardian? Oh, Crawler Pooner in the mix. So I assume they have another Crawler Pooner. Or I don't think they would just run one Crawler Pooner out if they don't have a second one. Because of Thief of Sanity, right? So they must have an answer to Thief of Sanity. They probably just have burn spells. Alright. Grewspell Breaker. That's good. Can I draw a spell? Wow, this is a good card. Don't play a Glacial Fortress because it comes into play tapped. Watch out for these little things. Basilica Bellhound blocking Grewspell Breaker. It's a big deal. What are the political conditions in Japan? There's the Emperor, and everyone else is... how do you say sudditi in English? Sudditi. No, suddito. Everyone else is a... What is this? Subject? Subject? That's a pretty bad word. They have a subordinates. They have a subordinates. Okay, I don't want to play Lyra Dawnbringer. I'll just pass the turn here. The Emperor has no political power, actually. Yeah, I was just joking. I don't know what is it. It's just funny that there's an Emperor. Is it like the only empire in the world? Japan? It's probably the only empire left, right? Also, what is really an empire for? Like, an empire shouldn't be if they control other places in the rest of the country? In the rest of the world? Is the walls really made of paper? Yeah, the walls are very, very short. I remember going to what was it, Kyoto, and the walls were like, the roof were like, I need to bend myself because it was very short. All right, I'm gonna go Liliana, and what do you want to do with Liliana? Probably just plus it. It looked like, from how fast it resolved, it looked like I think I'm gonna just plus it. I think 7 loyalty, it's very big deal for Gruul to deal with. Yeah, UK, it's a monarchy, I know. It's a kingdom, yeah. Oh, Denmark. Denmark, it's an empire? Because Denmark's controlled Groenland, right? Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. I remember that you had to... And also, I'm not that tall, but I still had to, like, bend. because the roof was too short. You're not Japanese, so you're gaijin? You can say hello to the Italians in Italian. Yes, I could. I could do that, but I'd rather not. I'd rather speak in English on the chat because this is an English channel. But you can write in Italian if you feel like. Alright, I'm gonna chump this guy. Liliana goes to 4. I draw many cards. I'll play Kaya's Wrath. Yeah, I think I'll play Kaya's Wrath over Lyra Dawnbringer. I mean, I have Liliana to rule the world currently. And eventually I just Lyra. Maybe if I draw Dovin's Veto. Probably Dovin's Veto is in my Saber currently. Okay, Growth Chamber Guardian. That's fine. They can't rebuild. Does Denmark feel like the happiest place in the world? Yeah, Denmark is pretty cool. Been to Denmark. The only thing that I remember is that I went to a restaurant. Pretty normal. I ordered a burger, some fries, and water, and I paid 45 euros. That's one of the few things that I remember about Denmark. But I'm sure it also has good things. There's also good things. There's also good things. Actually, when I went there, it was June. It was a lovely day. It was Copenhagen. There were like people, a lot of people around with the feet inside of the canal or whatever was it. It was very nice. You have lived 9 years in Copenhagen. Yes. You paid 12 euro for a coffees? That doesn't seem like a very good deal, my friend. Alright, opponent goes like, now I can't beat this Liliana Dreader General. I'm gonna make my head explode. Okay, so I don't have Dovin's Veto. Also because they only have like, well, Bane Fire they showed me. So, you know, that's not very good. Yeah, I think I like this configuration. Narset might not be the best. Maybe we just need one Commanded Dreadhorde. Oh, maybe Narset is better. I can just dig for Kaya's Wrath. You have to come to Vienna. Yeah, also Vienna's nice. You have had hard time baiting Guru with this deck. Did you? I'm gonna show to you, Dido. I'm gonna show to you, Dido. You know, also Dido was one of my favorite singer when I was young. I don't even know if they make music again. Is your nickname coming from the singer, or is it just something else? You need to win 3 more for Chase Cosmetic. Good luck, good luck. Alright, Drew Tyrant's Corn, which plays pretty bad against Torn Lieutenant. I'm just gonna go Thought Erasure. Looking to find, like, I don't know, something good. Ooh, their hand is the classic hand that, like, land. But hopefully they'll never get that land and we're gonna win. I'm gonna discard Domri here. And graveyard that. Please, opponent, don't find that land. Just draw more Carnage Tyrants. Or Banefire. Okay. Pizza is more expensive than that? Where? In Japan? Whoa, how can you get pizza in Japan? Come on. I mean, it's fine. If you live there, it's okay. But if you're tourism, you can't take a pizza. Why, they drew a land? Oh, they even slow rolled me. Why are group players so lucky, guys? Why? What up? What's up with... Ooh, I guess I can change my mind. You know who's lucky? Mengucci 09. Alright, pass the turn. You have Dominoes. Yeah, but you can't pay 15 euro for Dominoes, come on. Oh, Dominoes is not that bad. I like Domino's Pizza. The problem with my line is... No, I think it's fine, actually. So I'm just taking, what, 7 damage, whatever. And then a Kaya's Wrath, and they haste me this. So I just take 10 damage. I'll go to 7, but then I'm in a good spot. Because I have like a 3-4 to block their Grueswap Breaker, gain 3 life. All I need to care is this Carnage Tyrant. I don't have that many ways to deal with it, but like Thought Erasure will do it. Or Liliana Dread or General. Okay, so what I'm doing here is, I think Bellhunt. Yeah, I think Bellhunt is better. Because then I might just pass the turn with D-Spark up, and then just don't draw land. And, you know, They just don't draw land, and I just, you wasted my turn. Yeah, with Domino's Pizza is not that bad. It's just another food. It's very similar to pizza, but it's just another food. So if you go to Japan, you should bring your own pizza from home. Yeah, I mean, a true Italian would do that. A true Italian would do that. All right, actually, now I'm in a great spot. Because now I have Teferi, and I've tapped 2 lands. I have D Spark for their Skalgan Alkite. One of the reasons why I don't like this Skalgan Alkite. It's that it just dies to removal spell very easily. There is one way to deal with Carnity indeed. I just discarded off my Basilica Bellhound. Is this MTG Arena? It is. Alright, could Tyrant's Core the Elf to make them not cast our Carnage Tyrant. I kind of want to do that. I can't kill the Gruspell Breaker. I'm just going to kill the Elf. Alright, deck. Can you give me, I don't know, Liliana maybe? Lyra? Small Teferi, that's nice. I'm probably going to go Small Teferi, bounce the Basilica Bellhound, replay it, and then end of turn I'll untap 2 lands, so I will still have this spark up. And I don't want to bounce the Gruspell Breaker, because the Gruspell Breaker would just come back as a 4-4, whereas now it's very good as a 3-3. But gain 3 life, make them discard cards. You see the difference between the 2-3 and the 3-4 guys? Basilica Bellhound is much better than Elite Guard Mage. Oh, the discarded discard. Alright, we have Hostage, Thought Erasure, Draw Step. Yeah, but like, I understand that there's a lot of pizza maker Italian around the world. I know that that's a thing, you know? But still, like, you can't complain if then the pizza's expensive. Because that's literally, you know... Like... Alright, 1 second. What should I do here? Probably just play top lane and pass. Because if I replay the Basilica Bellhound, I cannot go both Thought Erasure and D-Spark. So I'll make them draw a card in draw step, and then I'll thought. Wait, what happened? Oh, they have X-Proof. Alright, never mind. They exploded. Bad play, still plays. Alright. Elite Guard Mage was better before. Yes. Alright, what was it? Dido. You see how to beat Gru? You see, Dido? Just play Basilica Bellhound and make them mana screw. Actually, just Kaya's Wrath was the deal. You just downloaded the game and keep on saying there's no connection. Yes, go back to Hearthstone. Go back to Hearthstone, Balzot. Go back to Hearthstone and enjoy that. I did Bellhound, but he did have 6-6. What? No! The 6-6? People still play 6-6? Alright. This hand is indeed awful. But we can't mulligan. Because there's the rules of Magic. If you come from Hearthstone, the rules of Magic said you can't mulligan. Alright, all we do is just a fairy. I'm gonna bounce the Legion War Boss, just because that make my opponent spend some mana onto it. Not having Kaya's Wrath kinda sucks. But Ira Pasinko is very good at pressuring Planeswalkers. Rude Chat. You know, like, if that guy... What was the nickname? Balzut. If that guy had, like, good manners, I would have answered him. But if he just said... What did he say, sorry? Might just go back to Hearthstone. Who am I? I haven't played Hearthstone in forever. I said go back, so it feels like you were a great friend of Hearthstone. Alright, I'll play Hero, which does literally nothing right now. No! Seiyo-san! Don't ban him! No, Seiyo-san. Why did you shoot him? Why did you shoot him so? Oh, Seiyo-san. Alright. I guess I'll trade. No one calls out Andrea a bad game. Did they call me a bad game? Bad name? I didn't even notice it. Alright. Let's play our hero of the area, which will draw us a card. And hopefully untap and draw what? Tyrant Scorn? Oh, Dovin's Veto. That's a good one. Because I kind of feel like my opponent's playing Nicol Boss Dragon God this turn. He said Italian pizza sucked? Oh, alright, then it's fine. He said Italian pizza sucked? Okay, then it's totally fine. Okay, we have another AMA Nutella Banana. Alright, where is Nutella Banana? Nutella Banana, are you in the chat? Nutella Banana, you're still in the chat. Wait, they play a... What? What's this card? What does it even do? I can't even see it. Nutella Banana, I accept the question from you now. I think the AMA Mango will accept the question from you at this point. Alright, looks like Nutella Banana is like Matthew Folks, just in the chat just to give me one view, but not really here. And I appreciate you guys. All the views can eventually get me into the MPL one day, all these views. Nutella Banana will be the next emote in this channel. Maybe. Alright. Who they're attacking with? They're attacking both on that? Yeah, sure, I'll not block. Wait, you're not in the MPL. I am. I was just making a joke. Well, that's a very big boar. It's a very big boar. How am I dealing with a very big boar? Tell me. How am I dealing with a 6/6 trample, legendary, boar, god, which, you know, a boar god in Italian isn't really a nice word, but in English you can freely say that. In Italian you would probably be banned for saying the word boar. But here, they just put them on a card. So it's all good. This Demanding Dragon, it's very demanding. I could have shocked myself to play Thought Erasure, actually. I don't know why I didn't. I guess I just thought my top lands were just gates. Alright, I'm gonna keep them around now. Yeah, I'm afraid of the boar god. I'm afraid of the boar. Yeah. Mango has told me the Italian phrase to ban. Seyo-san. Yeah, I did instruct Seyo-san on what to ban. Alright, basically what I want to do is just top deck at the Fairy now. Why does opponent playing so many good cards? What? Alright, I know what to do. I'll board out Dovin's Veto. I'll board out Dovin's Veto. And once this is done, I'll decide what to bring in. I'll bring in Kai's Wrath. And the Spark. And Lyra Dawnbringer. I'll board out Liliana. Hero, Precinct 1. Actually, Liliana, come back. This curve is very high, but I'm positive that I'll draw a lot of lands. Oh, it's unbinding. Very good. I'm positive I'm not drawing a lot of lands here. Can I board out the command? Yeah, I'm going to board out the command. Iseo-san from Aruruya's team. Yeah, Seiyo-san is a Japanese who wears kimono, eats noodles with the chopsticks, and is from the Aruruya's team. And now, the common thoughts about Japan are over. There's nothing left to think about a Japanese player. What about your card reveal? I'm gonna do the card reveal, I don't know, this afternoon, tonight, I don't know, whenever I feel like. Because I have 24 hours to reveal my card. To the word. It's a very good card. It's a mythic. How many katanas does Seiyo-san have? Yeah, I forgot about the katanas. Yeah, not in stream, because I wanted to do it with channelfireball.com. I wanted to give the preview, you know, my preview, but also to give it to Channel Fireball. Because if I can help Channel Fireball in any way for sponsor, I will do it. Hashtag sponsored, hashtag use code video on Channel Fireball to get a 5% discount. Hashtag if it wasn't for Channel Fireball, I wouldn't be here. Hashtag 2 Ores of Guildgates. Is cost not dreadful but mythic? The mana cost is the same. I mean 6. 6. You could say, oh, if it costs 6 sucks. Yeah, it has other. It has other. All right. Unfortunately, I didn't draw a blue land, but I'm positive. I've been seeing this Legion Warboss with this spark in my hand quite a lot today. Can I draw land? It's a white black light, isn't the best, but that'll do it. At some point we can cast this Basilica Bellhound. There's no planes, there's no island in the deck. Go buy something on Channel Fireball now. Yes, definitely now. Well, yesterday there was a 10% discount on Channel Fireball. 10% is pretty big. Hi Andrea, what are you playing? Esper mid. Yeah. Right now I'm playing Esper. I don't have lands to cast my cards. But yeah, the other games I've played Esper. Right now it feels like Orza of removals. In real life Magic, can you play more than 60 cards? I mean, even in online, but you shouldn't do that. Because that's wrong. Alright, this card Tyrant's Corn, and can I get... And actually I want to draw this part first. I draw land, I mean it's fine, but now the Angrath will actually be very annoying here. It's been a while since we don't see this big boy. Mango made Dimir great again. No, Dimir is for the people who don't have wild card to craft the fairies. Sorry. I have a lot of wild cards, so I can craft my Teferis. As you can see here, I don't even discard them. Andrea, are you going to stream your MEH preview? No. I'm not. Alright. Let's attack Ingreth. He's exactly right though. Yes, I know. I know I am right. Because I was also a player that was building their decks based on the cards that they had. But then, I'm not anymore. Each opponent loses life equal to the number of cards in their graveyard? What is that? Alright, keep on discarding cards. And yeah. Alright, opponent just destroyed us, guys. It was... Opponent played only mythic rares that cost 4 more and just got with it. They even have Boar, the God Boar, not any Boar, the God Boar, and they even had the Demanding Dragon. I made it to Mythic playing a free-to-play Dimir list, but by the gods it was a struggle. Yeah. I mean, there's Mr. Gregor Kowalski. Gregor Kowalski apparently doesn't have any wild card, and build the Dimir deck for the MPL. He also made a... Alright, what happened? I heard welcome everyone to a new legacy video. What was it? What was it? It was a... I'm charging the thing that says... What was it? It was a donation! Wow! Was it a donation? Hang you, did you just donate me $5 once again? Thank you, Hang you. If you want to pop up on chat sometimes, you'll be welcome. Hi Andrea, me again. I've been working very hard for GP next week, and I've made a deck. My current rank is around 96, and it has inspired me with iron. And then if you play Viewer's deck. I don't know if I play Viewer deck. I don't really want to play Viewer deck, but you just come here and drop me your deck. Or if you are on Twitter, just pass me your deck there. I'll take a look. I'll take a look for sure. Only because it's you. And you, I don't do that with anyone. Okay, this is another land, but I think I'm fine. I already have mana to paste Basilica Bellhound. Are you, Hank? Are you in the chat? You aren't? That's crazy. Wait. Hank, pop up here and just throw me your list or on Twitter, wherever you want. Okay, do you think, guys, he has a spell in hand or they have a land in hand? What do you guys think? Because if they have a spell, I think I want to just discard it. I kind of feel they have a spell. Oh, it was a spell? Land. I think they have a spell. Land, Seyo-san says, is a spell. I think they have a spell. I think they have a spell, guys. Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. It's Speak the Fairy. It's a land. Seyo-san was right once again. And then they told me that I don't want Seyo-san to rule the word. You see? I have to go to bed, but good night. Thank you, Bajing Turnip 9. No, why someone said yes? You should be sad that I'm losing. I mean, that I just threw away a card. Okay, I got Oath of Kaya here. And I think I just want to make so that this hero doesn't do many damage. I don't care about the fairy currently. This deck doesn't have any instants. I mean, all your decks should be built in a way where the fairy does nothing. If you build your deck in a way where the fairy is annoying, then you just misbuild your deck. You gotta listen to me. Yeah, I know. You pronounce your name like a pro. Yeah, I mean, I am a name pro. Don't you know about that? Okay, so they have their discard spell. Too bad they have 3 Hero of the Luminaria, so there's not much you can do about them. Give $5 if you lose, but I said he had a land. I mean, for money I can do everything. I mean, not really, but for these little things, it's fine. I can do that. Alright. I'll play my land and draw a card. With my Big Teferi. Oh, Dovin's Veto. Check that out. Teferi Time Raveler. Check my counter magic when I was just insulting people that was put counters in their decks. Saying how bad they are. And then, guess what happened? I drew Dovin's Veto. So basically, joke on me. Joke's on me currently. I am stupid. Alright, Thief of Sanity. This is hard. Alright, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna attack the Thief just because I don't want Fage the Untouchable to touch me. I'm gonna play Basilica Bellhound. And Topland. And I don't untap 2 lands, but I don't care because I can cast Dovin's Veto either way. But this still can be countered, also can be cast, indeed. But I bounce my Basilica Bellhound, which isn't the best play in the world. I wouldn't suggest this play. Okay, let's kick things off by drawing a card. If I draw land, I can cast my... Ooh, that's a big boy. Alright, what do you want to do, guys? Because I could go Oath of Kaya and kill that hero. But then I can't cast anything else. I kind of just want to cast Liliana Dreadwolf General. And plus it. Yeah, why not, right? I mean, I could have an Elder spell or something, but I think this is good. I kind of just want to use my Oath of Kaya to kill this Thief of Sanity. What do you think of Bad Hero? No, I don't like it. Why Basilica instead of Elite Guard Mage? Mainly because the power and toughness point matters way more than... the power of toughness matters way more than the fact that you draw on that discard. Alright, so we're playing against the Esper hero, which I think it's a better matchup. Narset is very good there. I'm gonna try to go control, especially since I'm on the draw. I'm trying to go control here. I'll board in, not binding because it's bad against the Fairy Time Raveler. I'll board in Cry the Carnarium, Command, and a couple of Kaya's Wrath. Not sure how many though. And maybe 1D Spark as well. Yeah, I like this. Days ago you said it was a limited card. Yeah, I changed my mind. I changed my mind a lot. Can be Hoji AHS player. It's probably... If my opponent is a Ariston player, they might just be here because the guy that was in the chat earlier just told to them to play Magic. Just came there and say, oh, you know, I come from Ariston, but I really want to play Magic. It's probably that guy. Alright. Hey, Seyo-san, don't ban Hoi, please, as well. Be nice to them. Alright, I play Search for Azcanta. And we see Narset. Narset is a very good card. I'm gonna just take Narset here over Teferi. Teferi's not that good. Small Teferi. It is fine, but it's not like oppressive or anything. What are the best cards to craft from this expansion? Oh, Adi Gaines, did you see what I linked you earlier? That's a the best card to craft is Teferi Time Reveler. Teferi Time Reveler was my favorite fruit. It's strawberries and cherries. Sorry, strawberries? Yeah, cherries. Strawberries and cherries. Okay, I'll play my Narset, which is much better than their Teferi. And also much better than Thief of Sanity. Imagine if we had Thief of Sanity this game. Okay, guys? Imagine. We would have needed to discard this, and then would have drawn 2 cards after Narset. So very bad experience. Instead, Narset is very strong here. Alright, I'm gonna take Cry. Called the Teferino, yes. I did, and thanks Mango. You're welcome, Adi Gaines. I didn't ban the last guy. He just got a timeout for rude language against you. 5 minutes. Okay. Rude language against me. I didn't even read it. I could have, you know. It's fine. It's fine. I trust my judges. I trust my judges. Alright, Narset going down. What do we find? Duress? I actually didn't bring in Duress. Do I even have Duress in my sour? Okay. I'm definitely finding Thought Erasure here, I think. Because I want to discard that fairy. Unfortunately, I can't deal with Search for Ascanta. That's annoying. That's annoying not being able to deal with Search for Ascanta. Maybe I'm just losing to Search this game. Hey, Andrea, I've sent the deck on Twitter. Alright. Okay. I'll answer you afterwards. But by the way, currently, if I had a GP this weekend, or a Fandom Legend tomorrow, which I have a Fandom Legend event tomorrow. I'll be streaming tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. Italian zone. The Fandom Legend event. I would be playing this deck currently, yes. Is this the reason we don't play Thief because it's bad to baby the fairy? Yes, and that and red, yes. Can't you beat a flip that's Kanta though? Apart from Teferi or Lily Emblem, I guess? Yeah. Alright, opponent decided to just take 3 loyal... Oh, just plus the Teferi. Makes sense. They have 5 cards in the bin. I draw land, which is good. What to do now? Did I just draw another Teferi from the top? I mean, not that it's lucky or anything. It's just fine. Just to know better. Okay, so I wanted to cast Basilica Bellhound, but that would make them flip at Kanta. So I'm just gonna despark the big Teferi. And I guess I'm just gonna Oath of Kaya on the Teferi. I mean, I have nothing to do with this Oath of Kaya, and I kinda have nothing to do with my mana. I can't go down score an end of turn if not. So I'm gonna go Oath of Kaya and 3 damage to the Teferi. You need this part Teferi. Yes, yes, definitely need that. So by the way, again, Hang Yu, if I had the GP, I saw that your deck is Abzan. If you really want to play the Explore package, I think 4-color Dreadhorde or Sultai Dreadhorde are very good. Those are decks that I think are like tier 1s currently. Alright, I found the D-Spark. We don't give them on any target. Wow, they drew Narset. It's annoying. What do we draw now? Basilica Bellhound. Yeah, we're just gonna lose to this. We're gonna play it out still, but we'll eventually just lose to that. Is there any mono at that level? What do you mean? What do you mean, list metal? Bellhound seems good. It is, but I also don't want to give my opponent another card off Narset. Also, I need to take Narset out of the way, or like future Teferis won't be good. My idea this deck is made as good against red-white. 4-color. Let me see your deck quickly. It's good against 4-color Dreadhorde. Why is it though? I think the problem against 4-color Dreadhorde, the mirror match is won by who has Teferi, who has small Teferi. Alright, what happened there? Just drew another Narset? Alright, I think I cannot fight my opponent. They have a very strong draws as well as Askanta. Yeah. Against that red deck win, I think a normal Sultai deck is good. Even the Sultai Dreadhorde is good. And this deck is very good against red. I don't play Mortify because it's very overcosted. There's not that many enchantment to deal with these days. Only Frenzy. Okay, so my opponent also went for the control plan, looks like. So I'm gonna bring back my friend's veto. Dovin's the veto. I could just go control here. I think I'm gonna stick with Cry. This spark looked pretty bad, I think. Tyrant's Corn also looked pretty bad. Though I kinda need ways to deal with Thief of Sanity. Maybe Binding is good enough. No, it isn't. That's just a small Teferi. Yeah, I think I like this boarding. There is not a lot of mono red in the mythical level. I'll tell you this. I don't want to spoiler you, but I will spoiler you. I played 2 matches of the MPL this week, and both of my opponents were playing mono red. Mono red is one of the best decks, and one of the best deck and most played among the best players. So yes, in Mythic, people will play mono red. I am playing Elder Spell main right now, so it can't be a bad choice if I am also doing that. So no, Elder Spell, I think it's a main deck card. It's fine as a main deck card. When you think about our boy PvP, what? Ascanta Big Teferi and M19 are rotating out October, right? Yes. Alright, we have nothing going on. The classic. And we just pass. Are you MPL spoiler? I am. I am MPL spoiler. I think it's fine doing this spoiler. I mean, it's gonna be tomorrow, the deck list. It's not that, you know. I hope Wizards won't get mad. You can play the Merfolk. Yes, I could play the Merfolk, but I don't. Nice, you play against a good Danish player. Ooh. Oh, another Scanta again. So hard to do with that Scanta. Alright, let's play the Fairy. They have another Dovi's Veto? Okay. Hopefully they don't have a Dovi's Veto for my Commander Dreadhorde. They don't know about this, and next turn we can cast it. Commander Dreadhorde are very good in all the mid-range matchup. What do you think about Risk Factor? It's not very good. I don't like it a lot. Alright, please opponent, don't have another Dovin's Veto. Don't have another Dovin's Veto. Yes, you can use reprints. Do you even want to reanimate these? I guess. I won't. I'm gonna reanimate opponent Teferi and my Teferi. Please opponent, don't end of his veto. Nice. Then I'm going to tuck away this Teferi. And then I'm going to bounce this Search for Ascanta. So that if they have Elder Spell, I got the value out of my Planeswalkers. Did you announce your Modern Horizon card yet? I'm gonna announce it later in the day. If you follow me on Twitter or on Instagram, you will read it. Tuck away. Did you win your MPL match against Red-White? Red deck win. I can't say that. I can't say that. I played 2 matches against Red. Red-White is efficient to make a game boring. Yes. I mean, that's fine. It's fast. But yeah, so if they ever print something like with Glacial Fortress, you can play that for sure. Do you think Watsy has said anything about specific topic? Is pretty safe to assume since... what was his message? What do you think of Modern Horizon so far? I think it's very good for Commander. I don't know if it has any other... if it has any other things in any other format. It didn't feel like pretty good in any other... for other sets. Alright, so they can't... I could cast Liliana, but I don't think it's good. Like, they could just find an Elder Spell and kill my Planeswalkers. I think I'm gonna go for Narset. I'm gonna go for Narset here. Narset would also mean that this Teferi does not work. Like, they can just freely plus it. Alright, I'm gonna go Thought Erasure. And I am going to Thought Erasure them in Draw Step. I could also go Oath of Kaya on the Teferi. I'm actually gonna do that. Yeah. I'll pay 2 life here. So that I can go... Actually, I don't know why I paid 2 life. That was very stupid. Whatever. I'm gonna go Oath of Kaya on the Teferi so that they can -3 it. And I'm gonna tap 2 lands. And then in my opponent's draw step, I'll play Thought Erasure. No, because now I don't lose to Elder Spell because I found the Thought Erasure. And I played for my outs. And I got there. Okay, so they have Basilica Bellhound, which is kind of annoying, but also not that devastating. I could just discard Teferi. Yeah. I think it's fine. There's a Narset in play, so they can't just go other things, so I just didn't want them to tuck away one of our Planeswalkers. Do MPL pros have input in regardless to standard modern ban list? No, we don't have any. We don't have anything to say, unfortunately. I would love to have anything to say about literally anything, but they don't ask anything. They don't ask anything, not even about organized play, as you can see by the state of organized playing currently. Alright, so the plus the fair, which does not do much. And then they have how many cards in the graveyard? Just 4. So this search for Ascanto will be long before doing something. What would you ban in standard? Nothing. Nothing. Standard's good. Okay, I think we win now. I think we got the win, guys. I think we got the win. And that's the so-called Splinter Twin win. Do you know what it is, a Splinter Twin win? If in case you didn't know, it involves playing Liliana Dreader General and then playing the Elder Spell, targeting 1 and 2, and then minus 9 the Liliana, and then win the game because of it. And that's the Splinter Twin. Would you unban Ferocidon? I don't think it matters. Like, red is already too good. Let's not give him other cards. Even if Ferocidon isn't a standard power or anything, I don't think it's. I think it was whatever. All right, guys. This was a very successful stream. What's our final? What's our final?